Hello and welcome along. Today's project on the Beetle is windscreen wiper washers. Now, the Beetle originally did have washers, but it's a very antiquated system, which is this fluid bottle and a pump that was driven from the air in your spare tyre in order to actually pump the washer fluid. That's janky. I ain't keeping that. So, very cheaply acquired upon the Tinterwebs was this windscreen washer bottle that came with the pump and the wiring, everything that you'd need to fit into the vehicle. It's not Volkswagen specific, it was just a universal one that I found on Fleabag, I think it was. I put my tank back in just so I can offer up where this is going to go and make sure that the tank will still be able to come away without removing the washer bottle. And this is that's the ideal location, I believe. So it comes with a handy bracket on the back of it to slide it in and out. All I've got to do is plate something up here to attach that bracket to the vehicle, and then we can get firing away with the squaring away the wiring job. So that is what today's little mission is going to be. I'll cut back in when I've made a little bit of progress. Right, sat and scratched my head for all of a couple of minutes and come up with a very simple solution to this. It is the British Army's mantra, keep it simple, stupid. Why make a bracket any more difficult than it needs to be? So, taking the plastic slide bracket out of the back of the bottle, got a piece of bar stock, drilled a hole through it and threaded the hole to accept an M6 bolt and bolted it down. So now all I need to do is weld top and bottom there, and that will the lighting's not too great, but that'll allow me to slide that bottle on and off, and job's a good one. I'll just pop the bottle on and we'll have a look at it with the bottle as it should be. So, can I do this one-handed, or am I going to pause? Yeah, I'm going to pause. There we go, that's that on there. And then I'll just throw it, as you do. So, just a bit of final positioning, but the light's not doing me any favours, but there is just enough room. Let me put the light somewhere where we might be able to see what's going on. Still not great. You'll have to take my word for it that there is just clearance to slide the bottle out, and there is also just clearance that the fuel tank will come out past it, but I can just slide it off and manoeuvre it out of the way should I want to pull the fuel tank if it does foul ever so slightly. I don't think it will do. So right, I'm going to get that tacked into the position that I want it in, and that's basically the bracketry done. Then we can get on and do some very rudimentary wiring to get this thing working. Wiring and plumbing. You join me back with the bottle firmly situated. Now I've welded the bracket in. Those of you that are astute will have noticed a new hole has appeared, standard right underneath the fixing bolt for the wing. I'll be repairing that. It's got matching holes now, so I'll be repairing those when I take the wings off from the other side, just to make it a slightly neater job. When you're looking in here, you're not going to see it underneath the wing, but if I do the welding on this side, you'll see the patches, so that'll get dealt with. Just to prove that the bottle actually does come away, there we go, and there's the bracket. Just give it a little bit of paint, stop it from rusting, even though this thing is fairly rusty anyway. Nice and simple. Nice and simple indeed. Pop it back on. Ruddy lovely job. So that's situated now. I can run my wires. Now I've already removed down there, you can see all the old hosing for the old system. Convoluted mess that it was. They went into the back of the switch, which is just mental. Electricity and water don't mix. But on the other side of the switch there was a push button, and when you pressed it, the air from the tyre forced water out and up through the water nozzle, the wiper, washer nozzle. I'm not going to be using that anymore, so that's been decommissioned. I just took the fresh air vent out of the way so that I could basically see what the hell I was up to. So next up, I'm going to plumb the hose from the little barb on the new electric pump and over and up to the existing washer nozzles, because I want to keep it looking original, plus the fact it's there, I don't have to drill any holes in the shell. And what came with the pack was two twin sprayers. It's not going to focus. There you go. 2 twin sprayers, which they look alright on the car, but I think that's a little bit overkill for the tiny little wipers that it has on it. It's only got really small wipers. So yeah, I'll get the clear hose out and get that bit hooked up next. Alright, little boy, how you doing? Libby's come to inspect the work so far. What do you reckon, mate? Yeah, I thought so too. And you've got oil on your white bit. Haha, he's definitely a mechanic's cat, the little bugger. Right, back on with it. I have run the clear hose. It's going up. It's a bit of a convoluted route, not exactly in a straight line, but it'll be neater when it's finished. I haven't cut it yet because I'll do that on final install, but it's actually up and in there. So now we're on to looking at the electrics. They've kindly supplied us with a fitting that will clip into the pump and nowhere near enough wire, which is always the case. And we've got this switch. I'm not massively keen on the switch. I think I might change it for a toggle switch, which will be more in keeping, like a momentary toggle switch, rather than a push button, which will be more in keeping with the age of the vehicle. But we'll use it for now, at least for test purposes. Reasonably handy. At the start of the project, there was a little earth terminal going to the bodywork here. Haven't covered it over, so I can just give it a good clean up and clean that back down to bare metal where I've sprayed it slightly, and use that as the earth. There will be a very short route back to earthing that, and then the live is obviously the one that will switch, so it'll be switch live, interrupted by this press button. It's push to make, so when you press the button you get water, when you let go no more water. So I'm going to go ahead and get that wired in now. There isn't any instructions with this kit. There's no wiring instructions, there's no fitting instructions. I don't know whether they weren't included in the pack or whether if you're going to be doing this sort of thing, they assume a certain level of automotive knowledge. I'm reasonably lucky in that I am a mechanic by trade, so I can do these things, but I am self-taught. I've literally everything I know I've taught myself. So what we're going to do with the power side of this is I've got a spare way in my new fuse board that I've installed, so that looks like a good candidate to me. We'll take live from that point, run to the switch, and then from the other side of the switch to the pump, and then see if it works or not. I'll come back once I've done it. Okay, and we're back. I've done the wiring, done part of it how it will remain, and then the other part I've just mocked up for now, because I'm more than 90% sure I ain't going to use that push switch. So the earth came from the pump and has gone down onto that bracket that I reinstalled. That was it was an original earth to the car, but I cleaned it up and put it back where it belongs, and then just tucked the wire behind the bottle reasonably neatly. Left a little bit of extra wire in case I ever need to put another crimp connector on or whatever. And then the hot side comes from, it's this yellow one, it comes from the fuse box, providing 12 volts to the switch, and it's broken at the switch. When we press the switch, the connection's made, and we should get 12 volts to the pump and have it turn on. That is the theory. So nothing left to do but to do a really bad pouring some water in here one-handed, turn the electricals back on and test it. I'm going to put a huge amount in, just enough to get some water in that pump. It's only going to come back out, and I've spilt very little actually. There you go, look at that. Jabbly. Right, do that. I've not put the wiper switch back together yet. I will do that, but that's not essential for what we're doing at the moment. Put me battery cut-off switch in, check for power. We have power. Right, the moment of truth. That this is in real time. I haven't tested this yet, so let's see. And I have nothing. Okay, maybe I did something wrong. Right, I'll pause and find out what I've done wrong, and I'll come back. Okay, so the janky yellow piece of wire, which was original to the Beetle, guess where I cut it out of? It must have a break in that piece of wire. So just getting rid of the switch for a minute. If we touch live to there, working washers. I didn't even have to clear the washer jets out, and they're set up not too bad as well. Ruddy hell. So there we are. Modern technology, hey? That's it. So I can now go forward and think about what switch I'm going to use, and do the neat wiring for that. Obviously I've got to neaten up all of the wiring because my fuse box is just hanging there and whatnot. But that was a successful install of the new washer bottle. One thing I didn't check, which we're going to do right now before I end up the video, is I'm going to take anything out that might stop it from closing, and we're going to close that. Beautiful, so it does close. Awesome. Yeah, that's another thing ticked off the list. One final thing I will say, right, it's just a little tip to finish this video. These little bezels for fitting your old school switches, they're always an absolute nightmare to take out. What I do, so that I only ever have to struggle once, is to get a mini file. You can see I've done one side of this to show you. I open out, stay in focus, I open out that groove so that it accepts a mini pair of needle nose pliers, so that you can see the side there with the damage which I haven't done yet, and then the side that I have done. I've widened it and I've made it considerably deeper into the body of the of this aluminium piece, and that way when I come to take it off the next time, I don't struggle at all. I literally put the tool in, turn it, and it comes away, rather than swearing and struggling for ages trying to get the thing undone. Anything that I can do to make my life and my routine maintenance simpler, I will take the opportunity to do it. So there we go, both sides have been filed, and if I put the tool that I always use in here, one-handed might be a bit interesting. Sorry, I wasn't focusing, my bad. But I've got the tool in there, and then tightening it up is literally that simple. I did slip a little bit because I'm doing it one-handed, but that's it done. And then we can screw the threaded section back in. And then the next time I come to want to take that apart, it'll take me a matter of moments rather than minutes. Cool, nice little tip for you there. Okay, successful day. We've got water on the screen, that was the aim of the game. And I didn't really make any balls ups in the process, so always a win-win. Alright, until next time, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, feel free, comment. Yeah, let me know whether you're enjoying the content or what you think I should do to make it more enjoyable. I don't know. But that's it for now, folks. Thanks very much. Cheers.